I am here at Gould Park with Domino, and we're gonna talk about neglect inside of prison. Y'all not gonna get her whole story because y'all can get that on Pink Confinement, but today we're just gonna talk about the neglect. And I tell y'all all the time how Black and brown women suffer with healthcare disparities inside of the prison. So, let's go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name Domino. I'm from Miami, Florida, Gould, Florida. 2018, I got arrested. I did a 6-month bid in TGK, which is Turner Guilford Night jailhouse. And I walked in perfectly healthy, perfectly fine. And 30 months left on my sentence. I had to be transported to a medical facility because I had became paralyzed due to neglect for medical treatment.
So, what was your total sentence that you were supposed to do?
I was supposed to do 6 months, but I did 5.5.
Okay, okay. So, during this time of your neglect, were you already suffering from health conditions?
Nah,
No? Okay.
nah.
So how did you tell anybody that something was wrong with you initially?
I mean, the inmates saw it, the CO saw it, cause like I said, I only had 30 days left,
Okay.
and I was a cool inmate. I hold it down, so everybody liked me, they respected me. But like, I don't know, like my back just started hurting, like I was having sharp pains in my back. And I also was like working at the jail because was already sentenced. So once you get sentenced, you automatically gotta work.
Okay.
So when I went to work that morning, the first actual morning when the back pain started, the CO, she noticed it because she know like I get it done. Like I said, I only had a month left, so I wasn't trying to be tripping.
So what was your job?
I worked in the laundry.
Okay.
We separated the clothes, washed the clothes, packed up the bags, sun everything down the intake. So when you come and you switch your uniform and on, I was the one responsible for making sure you had a clean uniform and clean underwear and all that stuff.
Gotcha. So how long were you having the symptoms?
For like 8 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for like 8 days. The CO actually noticed me like humped down, like sitting on a crate, barely couldn't move. So when she asked me what was wrong, I didn't know what exactly was wrong at that moment either. All I knew I was having bad back pain. So she sent me back up to my unit and said like, oh, I can't work that day or whatever. So when the next shift change came, I'm supposed to be like the house person or whatever on the floor. So I got to help them do count. So when she came, she like, oh, what lions, whatever. They like, oh, she in her room, she sick. So she come in there, she check on me. She asked me what's wrong. I tell her. She like, all right, if you don't feel better, I'm gonna have to send you to medical. Okay, cool. Next day come around, whatever, it's like the symptoms getting worse now. It's like now my bladder backing up and like I don't want to eat, things like that starting to happen. So now I'm calling home to my mama. At the time I had 2 girlfriends. So I'm calling them too.
You calling both of them?
Yeah, but they was aware. They
Right.
like we was together, it was three, so that was cool or whatever. So I'm calling them like, hey, something not right. Call up here, tell these people like I need medical attention because they would not give me medical attention. For some reason they want to send me like to medical. You have to fill out the medical paper, all that. So that was the whole thing. So now my mama, she calling up there like every day because she trying to figure out what's going on. So whatever, they send me to medical. I explained to them like, oh, my stomach, my back, I can't use the restroom, this and that. Feel me? They like, oh, maybe you just constipated or whatever. So they try to give me some Docalax to make me use the restroom or whatever. That ain't work. So now I'm really in my bed like this, like day 3. Now I'm in my bed, I'm not moving, like coming out my room at all. So I got hot water in the glove. I'm holding it to my side because not like my side then got due to the situation, like all this stuff building up. It kind of got swollen and it was hurting. Like I ain't know what. So I put the hot water glove on there. So the next day, the CO who initially had the first contact with me, she was like off for the next 2 days. So she couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't know what was going on. So when she do come back to work, like the 4th day or whatever, she noticed like, nah, like something wrong with her. You feel what I'm saying? So she sent me down there again. They try to do the same thing. I'm like, nah, that's not working. Like, something wrong. I need to go to the main hospital. They like, oh, nah, we just gonna give you this. I'm like, bro, I'm not taking that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking that. So they sent me back to my unit again. Like, sent me to my unit again. So now the CEO like, nah, like I told y'all, like she need medical attention. Something not right. She crying, everything. Like I was crying. I'm on the phone, my mama crying, tell her like, man, something not right. I feel like I'm finna die. So whatever, the CEO like, probably like the 6th day or whatever, the CEO, she like, listen, I'm finna send her down here. And when I send her down here, don't send her back up here, because if something happened to her, that's gonna be y'all responsibility, not mine. So also she like, give your mama my phone number, tell her to contact me personally. Call home, gave my mama the phone number. My mama called the CEO, whatever. The CEO like, listen, man, that girl mama calling up here. Y'all need to send her downstairs. I got the inmates calling out, all that, everything. Nobody, they still not trying to do nothing. So they got me down there in medical or whatever. They like, oh, it's your nerves, it's your nerves. Okay, so if it's my nerves, then something not right. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, I wasn't that type of inmate. Like I literally, smallest person on the yard, I ran the jailhouse, so it wasn't even like that. It was only jail. Like it's not no, you feel what I'm saying? So when I get down there, they like, oh, we gonna give you this shot, like some kind of pain shot or some shit. I'm like, nah, I don't want that shit either. They was like, either you want this or you don't. I'm like, nah, I don't want it. So they like, okay, well, we gonna put you on 24-hour observation inside medical. When they put me in medical, the original bed that I sleep in the unit, the bed in medical was worse than that. So I'm in there, whatever, that night. I'll talk to my mama. I let her know, like, oh, they got me down here, 24-hour observation, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The next morning, I wake up. It felt like somebody just opened my mouth and dropped the whole cement truck in my mouth. Like, I couldn't move. I thought I was tripping. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, so I lift up. And, like, when I tried to swing my legs off the bed, they felt like a fat person leg, like they wasn't my legs. You know what I'm saying? It's like they was real heavy. So, you know, the jail slides or whatever, I try to slide my feet in the slide, but it's like they wasn't moving. They were swollen. So I'm like, what the hell? So as I'm trying to do that, I end up sliding off the little cart thing, the little cot bed or whatever. So now I'm calling the nurse. I'm like, yo, da. You feel me? I can't feel my, like, something ain't right. I can't feel my legs, you know what I'm saying? Da. She like, oh, nah, you tripping. Like, that's just the medicine what they gave you to go to the bathroom. So if y'all know y'all done gave me some shit, what the fuck? You feel me? So that's what she like, nah, you just making it a, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm tripping or some shit. I'm like, nah, I'm telling you, I need help in here. So they come, like 3-4 COs come, and like they help me up off the bed. They like, you can't walk through. I'm like, nah. They like, you can't stand up. I'm like, nah. So I'm like, and I ain't peed in like 3 days, bro. Something not right, bro. Like something not right. Man, them people came in there to categorize me. When they categorized me, that shit was like 900 or some shit, filled up the whole fuck bag and had to get another bag.
So they wasn't monitoring whether or not you was going to the bathroom while you were down there under 24-hour observation?
Nah, they ain't never came and checked on me. They just had me in there. It wasn't no observation.
Your mother when she was calling?
That ain't nothing wrong with me. Basically, like, oh no, they not taking me to no medical, they not sending me to no outside facility. The doctor himself, my woman kept telling him like, oh, get the doctor, tell him to come. Get the doctor, tell him to come. He was like, nah. He like, they was acting like he was so busy. He came the first time he came, the only time he came was when them people was rolling me out of there on the stretcher.
So once they filled up the container with your urine, did they send you out then?
Yeah, they ain't had no choice because I was paralyzed by then. Nah, everybody is scared, nervous because they know like, oh, something was wrong. But they thought I was lying. Like, why would I lie if I go home in 30 days? Nigga, I done been here 4 months.
Right. So when you went to the outside facility, what was your diagnosis? No, how was the treatment when you got there for your diagnosis?
I mean, they had me sitting there. And then, of course, I was handcuffed to the wheelchair. I already can't walk. So y'all got my legs handcuffed and my hand handcuffed. You know what I'm saying? So then they take me in the back room and they check it, trying to figure out what's wrong. My nerves so bad now because initially they diagnosed me with MS, multiple sclerosis. But I never knew I had that in my 28 years before I went to jail. I'm 32 now.
Okay.
So when I get in the hospital or whatever, I'm telling them like, hey, I can get some water, blah, blah, blah. They like, oh, hold on, we trying to check you out, see what's going on first. So when they do give me the water, my nerves so bad, it's a white styrofoam cup. The water not even filled up. My nerves so bad, the water is literally jumping out the cup, like literally. And then the first thing the CO say is, oh, you sure you ain't take nobody medication? First of all, bitch, I'm in here for selling drugs. I don't take them.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a problem with me too. So basically they tried to make it seem like I was having an allergic reaction to taking somebody's drugs. Nigga, you in jail. You can't get no drugs in here unless medical give them to you. And I wasn't on their medical list. I don't take no drugs. I'm a college student. I graduated college. So it's like they definitely neglected me in there. Like they really tried to kill me.
Wow.
And they thought I was lying.
So after you get to the hospital and they give you your diagnosis, how long did you stay at the hospital before they sent you back to the facility?
Till I got released from the jail. 30 days, 33 days, handcuffed to the bed. Yeah, because I couldn't walk anymore. Like this state, what you see right now, this 4 years worth of progress.
Wow.
I was literally in the wheelchair, couldn't move. From here on down, I couldn't move anything.
So did you and your family, did y'all like take any type of legal action against them?
I tried, but they tried to say like, basically it was my own medical condition that happened. Like it was nothing they did, it was nothing they could do on their behalf.
But you didn't have any health issues prior to that?
Nah.
Okay.
Like none, nothing. Perfectly healthy. I used to cut grass and work at Walmart.
Wow. So basically if they had gotten you medical treatment,
I would have never became paralyzed.
Okay. So now how is your progress? I know you said it's 4 years worth of progress.
Yeah.
Like what's life like now?
Dependent. Dependent.
Do you still have your 2 girlfriends?
No.
Where they went?
One tried to kill me, so she definitely got to go.
After you came home?
Yeah. In the wheelchair, literally.
Wait a minute.
Like.
Wait a minute.
Like,
why she trying to kill you in the wheelchair?
Like, she took me to a doctor's appointment. Me and her, it was like a little beef or whatever, because you know this the hood, so you know how that go. It's always something being said. So whatever, it was just a little altercation, whatever. So I ended up leaving the apartment where I was staying with her and going to my sister. Mm-hmm. But me and her was still, you know, like, whatever. She ended up taking me to a doctor's appointment. And I don't know, social media, whatever. She just went to tripping. Instead of her taking me to the location where I sent you, where she got me from, mm-hmm. She decides this day she want to be on Snap. So, yeah, so she like got me in her car. She got off right there, and then she said something, and I'm like, whatever. And then she got back on the expressway, and she was saying little stuff in her car, acting weird or whatever, like how females do. You know how they do. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm just initially in my phone, really not paying it no attention. All of a sudden, I feel the car like right turn, left turn, like quick turns type. So what the fuck? I look up. It's like she got me on a dirt road type shit. Like, you feel me? Mind you, I can't barely even move anything. So she got me like on dirt road type shit. So I look up, I'm like, fool, what you got going on? Where you got me at? Like, what you doing? Mm-hmm. Man, that girl looked me dead in my face and said, to meet your maker.
Oh.
I was like, man, what? Man, stop playing with me. Take me home. I'm knowing this bitch done lost her mind. I'm not bullshit. And mind you, I'm fresh out. So this happened in February. I got out in November. Mm-hmm. And then I was doing a lot of therapy. So I wasn't really on all that FaceTiming on the iPhones and drop your location. You know, all that was updating while I was in jail. So I didn't really know how to do all that. So I'm calling my sister and them. I'm like, hey, yo, this girl tripping, like, because she was a CO at the time, too.
Okay.
So she was certified, gun license, all that. Like, I live with you. I know you. Like, you feel me? So she like opened the door like, oh, that I popped the trunk, took the wheelchair out, like opened the door, was trying to like put me. I'm like, nah, bro, you tripping. I'm locking the door back. I'm calling my sister like, hey, bro, she tripping. Y'all come get my sister, like, drop your location. I'm like, bro, I don't know how to do that, bro. Like, come on, man. You feel me? So I finally like do that or whatever. So she see I'm calling them. She see I'm getting people on the phone. She like, oh no, I don't want to kill you and go to jail. I want to kill you and get away with it.
Oh.
Man, you done lost your shit. Like,
Wow.
bro, you done lost your shit. So whatever. She like, don't worry about it. She get in the car, She study saying little shit. Mind you, I can't move. You talking shit, I'm talking shit. My mouth still work. I don't give a fuck. Feel me? Man, she like threw the car and parked. The bitch jumped in my lap and went to hitting me, pulling my dreads, all type of shit. I couldn't even.
She was taking advantage.
Yeah, you know? So when we do get back to the apartment where me and her was standing at, whatever, as soon as we pull up, my sister done pull up like 2 minutes later, she's snapping on them. She like got a gun on them and shit. I'm like, bro, if you shoot my sister, bitch, I'm going to jail this day. I don't know how, but I am. I'm going back because I can't let you shoot these people. These people can't even help me.
Right.
Feel me? But as far as the other female, like, I technically broke up with her for that girl. By the time I came home, I hadn't already like broke up with the other female.
Okay.
So that was already kind of like broke off. And they was tripping when I was in there anyway. But when I left, they was staying together. 2 months in jail, they ain't staying together no more. It's all tight. The streets. You know how that go.
Right, right.
So
neither one of them was around to help you through your process.
yeah and no. I mean, I get the first 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
They was there. After that, not really. Nah, yeah.
Wow.
Everybody. Well, I ain't gonna do it like that, but you know, I got my brother, I got my mama, I got family, so
But
got my nephew.
Not 2 girlfriends no more.
Yeah, nah, I don't even really want them no more anyway.
We're gonna have to find Domino another girlfriend.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
help her with therapy. That's not gonna try to kill her.
Yeah.
In the car, y'all can't be cutting the corners too quick.
Yeah, that part.
So how many times a week now do you go to therapy?
3.
Okay.
1 hour a day.
Okay. So do they come to you or do you have to go to them?
I go to them.
Wow. Okay. So what I guess advice do you have for anybody that would possibly go through the same thing that you went through, or just to educate the community on how inmates and detainees are neglected when they're facilitated?
I mean, basically all I can say is don't be scared to speak up. If you got to go over and see your head, then that's what you got to do. If you got to call home. Like, get right with the inmates in there. At least have 1 or 2 people you good with. So if something like that do happen, they'll be able to do for you what they did for me, which was call my mama. They kept calling. You know, they was asking questions like, what's going on? They was enforcing it, telling the CEO like, hey, bro, something not right with her. Like, she not like this. You know what I'm saying? And always just like pay attention to your surroundings. Respect the CEOs. I ain't saying let them disrespect you, but eventually you gonna need them. Like, and that's where it came in my favor because I wasn't making no trouble for nobody. So when I did need them, they was able to step up and, you know what I'm saying, try to get me the proper medical help.
Right. Do you have any contact with the CEO who did try to make sure that you got the proper care that you needed?
2 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
2 of them.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to give y'all all her story, but I appreciate you at least sharing your story and letting us come out here to Goals Park.
Thank you for the opportunity to share my story, because I probably would have never shared it, to be honest.
Wow. Okay. Well, y'all make sure y'all check on y'all people. If y'all have any people that's incarcerated, at least allow them the opportunity to call home once or twice a month to be able to
Exactly.
tell y'all what's going on.
Exactly. Somebody put some money on the phone. Them phone calls be serious, because they'll do you in there, man. That's the least of it. I done been locked in my room, can't make a phone call because me and the CEO had a confrontation. I done had her write me a DR, a CO who wasn't even on shift that day, helped her with it, like, act like she was a witness. She wasn't even there. They was finna send me to a whole nother jail, like, yeah, them phone calls important. Check on y'all people who in there, man. Get them the opportunity to call home at least once a week, if anything. because it's hard in there. And the food is trash.
And the food is trash. Okay.
Yes.
Good.